So we're gonna do a hair disclaimer to start. I'm not trying to use heat on the hair, so if it just looks like a little more natural, that's all that is. All right, everyone, I just wanted to talk to you today about the Fundamentals of Pageantry course that I decided to create and launch this April. So the first part of the course, part A, which is the free version, is going on right now on Mondays and Wednesdays. I have about 9 girls in each group. Unfortunately, a couple couldn't make it. That's totally cool. And I just want to go over the details, the specifics, so that way those girls know what's to come in the next courses that are in the upcoming months. And for you, if you wanted to take the course and you're kind of like, okay, I've heard about it, what is it? This is the video that's going to explain it all. Because I'm just someone that when I have an idea or when someone gives me an idea and I'm so feverishly passionate about it, I just want to do it like yesterday. So I don't even really think everything through, or I don't think to like explain everything. I just go and I throw myself into it and I do it. So that's kind of what I did with this. So where to begin? The Fundamentals of Pageantry is overall a 4-part course that is meant for pretty much anybody interested in pageantry or involved in pageantry, wanting to get better or wanting to have a positive source of information about all things related to pageants. So that's the gist of it. It's going to be 4 parts, like I said. Each part is going to be 1 month long, and each part is going to happen once a week for 4 weeks, therefore a month. So in total, it's going to be 4 months long. You do not have to take all 4 parts. I will have a list of what the different, what the topics are in each part of the course are going to be. So if we have 4 parts of the course, that's 4 topics per course. That's 16 topics in total related to pageantry. So starting with part A. What part A is the basics of entering a pageant. If you did not want to take any other parts of the course to go deeper into the knowledge of, being an expert contestant is what I call it, you could take part A, and that is pretty much where you're going to learn the basics of everything. So the first week is all about entering a pageant, knowing what to do when you apply, application fees, research, knowing about different organizations. Then week 2 is going to be all about knowing your why, your platform, self-reflection, and things like that, and what you would do if you won a title. Week 3 in part A is all about interviewing and the basics of interview, answering questions, answering difficult questions, and we do a little bit of Q&A that week. And then week 4 is all about heels, walking, posing, different things along those lines. So that is all part A. It is 4 weeks. Those are the topics you expect to learn in part A. And why I'm offering it for free is, first of all, this information is on the internet. Like, it's out there. You just have to go and access it yourself. And after years of researching these things and now being a coach, I notice I'm spending a lot of time teaching this information to my clients, when I want to spend more time coaching and less time giving them the content. But unfortunately, not everybody accumulates years worth of experience within a couple months of just learning and prepping. Like, they should be focused on prepping. So this is my way of giving the content, accumulating what's important, what you need to know from the basics for pageants. So obviously, almost every pageant you're gonna have to apply for. Every pageant you should have a why of why you're competing. Almost every pageant's gonna have an interview, and almost every pageant is gonna have a walk. Those are the basics. That's why they are in part A. So right now, part A is about an hour and a half each week. That is gonna include content, self-discovery, communication, self-reflection, different things like that. Very fun. It will be repeated in each month. I just don't know the days that it's gonna be. But if you are interested, if you have not taken it already, if you've not messaged me about it, you can go ahead and contact me. I'll leave my email down below and my website, and you can fill out the contact box on my email to be added to the wait list for May. And each class is only going to have 10 spots. I don't want it to get too big. I want you all to have a little bit of a one-on-one experience with me and be able to interact. So I think 10 is a great group number, and get added to if you want first dibs on getting into the course, definitely go ahead. I will add you to the wait list, but I need you to contact me about that. So that is the gist of part A. Part B, C, and D, so it's all the fundamentals of pageantry broken up into 4 parts. Just discuss part A, that part is free. Parts B, C, and D are all going to be additional content, knowledge, and topics related to pageantry, but they're not things that you need to take on in this level of knowledge. But if you want to compete with the best and if you want to be the best, these are things that you should probably know and look at. And I always say it's not just even about pageants, it's about all aspects of your life and being just a more self-aware person. Because a lot of these things, yes, I might teach it related to pageantry, but it's going to transcend in all areas of your life, because when you build knowledge and confidence in one area, it doesn't just stay there. It definitely shines through in other areas of your life. And the best way I can explain that to you is just when you experience it, you'll know what I mean. So that's why you got to sign up. So moving on to parts B, C, and D. B, C, and D, because they are all going to be at an additional level of depth and content, and it requires more experience to be able to speak on these things, they are going to have an associated cost with them. It's not going to be much though. So for 4 weeks for B, 4 weeks for C, 4 weeks for D, I haven't worked out the total cost, but it's probably going to be like $30 to $40 per person to take these courses, which is an absolute steal in my mind, because working with me one-on-one, it can get pricey. Working with any coach one-on-one can get pricey. And I want to be able to coach so many more girls at an affordable fee. Now, I will never discredit the value of coaching. There is something to be said working one-on-one with someone to achieve your goals, how much more of an accelerated process that could be. But in order to give all of the girls the basic content and knowledge to excel in a pageant, I needed to be able to do it in a way to make it more affordable so more girls would be willing and able to take it. So it's going to, yes, there will be a fee. I will be posting about those details soon, but they're not going to be, uber expensive by any means, and very affordable when it comes to coaching prices. Now, I have a tentative schedule, and I can just kind of go through the basics of what courses B, C, and D are going to look like. So to start, B is going to be all about headshots, all about bio creation, all about fundraising and sponsorship, and I'm pretty sure the last one is styling and wardrobe selection. So those are going to be the 4 topics of B. C is going to be about hair, makeup, social media, and then tips for standing out on stage and just in pageant week. So that includes things like what to pack, contestant gifts, just different things like that. And then part D, which is obviously the last course, is all going to be about fitness and health, nutrition, I want to say mindset, and your tribe, different things like that, and public speaking. Public speaking is kind of like the part 2 to interview. So that's going to be part D. Originally, I had it be 5 parts, but right now it's just 4, and I'm happy with that. I'm sticking with that. And if I decide to add on to it in the future, I will. But right now, that's kind of what they look like. Ideally, you will take part A before part B, part B before part C before part D, because each thing that I'm gonna be introducing, the different self-reflection techniques, the different exercises I'm gonna have you do, they all build off of each other. So therefore, I would want you to understand me, the way I think, the way I teach, the practices, and different things like that, the mindset, starting from the basics of part A, moving all the way to part D. You could probably, I don't know, I haven't worked all the details out, like I said. But as of right now, I would love it if girls would start part A, part B, part C, rather than just randomly jumping into part C because you want to know more about hair and makeup, but not really understanding the whole mindset and premise behind the way I teach. Because I don't just want to teach hair and makeup. I want to teach a new mindset, a new way of thinking related to pageants and pageantry altogether. So now, what are my personal goals? Some of my personal goals include to coach every girl in the industry. I want to be one of the #1 people in the industry to provide value to contestants, and that every contestant should be able to say, I learned this from Maria in some way, whether it's what they saw me post, whether it's working with me one-on-one, taking the course. I want to be that person in the industry, one of the best. It's ambitious, it's scary, I love it. That is one of my goals. Another goal is just to continuously provide confidence coaching and self-esteem coaching as well to girls, so that you can realize your full potential and live your dream life. You all have it in you. I want to bring it out and spark that interest and that reminder in you, because you're all queens, you all have crowns, you just have to remember what they look like and how it makes you feel. And then the third thing is I want everyone to have a very healthy, positive outlook on pageantry. I have definitely seen some backwards mindsets and attitudes related to the industry, and I want to reverse this. I always say it has to be the leaders in the industry to set the standard, and I definitely think I've reserved a spot as this leader, and I want to be the one to change the minds of what people think about pageants, how contestants feel about pageants, and moving forward, I want all of my little army of pageant gals to be a very positive, healthy source of pageant information. And now, in turn, what do I want for you? What I want for you is, one, to be a whole new enlightened version of yourself through these self-reflection exercises and practices that you are able to do with me throughout the course. I want you to, of course, learn all of the things included in competing in a pageant, and not only competing, but what I say, I want to take you from being a novice contestant or a new contestant, so somebody who's never been in pageants before, and I want to teach them how to be an expert queen. So again, I think that this course is so suitable if you've never done a pageant, or if you've already done a lot of pageants. It's going to reintroduce the information in a new, fresh, fun way. And then the third thing that I want for you all is to, again, find that potential within yourself and realize all of the things that you can do in life, and especially with a pageant title or as a pageant contestant. Those are some things I want, hope, wish, and know that you will achieve when you take the Fundamentals of Pageantry course. So as of right now, like I said, A is going on. There is going to be a part A and a part B starting next month in May. And then in June, part A, part B, part C will run simultaneously. And then by July, part A, B, C, and D will all be running simultaneously each month to give all of the participants a chance to go through the entire course. And again, I hope that this will just continue to run all year long. So lots of chances to participate, lots of chances to be involved, but in order to do so, I need you to get on the wait list, and I need you to contact me down below. Fill out the contact box on my website. So important. Do not subscribe to my email. I need you to use the contact box, because what it's going to do is you have the ability to write me a message that you want to get on the wait list for the Fundamentals of Pageantry Part A course, and that is how I will be able to contact you and do so. I think that's most of the basics right now. I don't want to get to, it's really simple. It's so simple, and it's just a huge passion of mine, especially now that most people are home. We have to look at this time as an opportunity to learn more, do more, and be more as individuals that we can. So that is kind of what sparked doing this right now versus in the past or in the future. And I'm very thrilled for it, of course. And I know that it can become so much more than what it is right now. But the only way to do that is by, continuing to have young, amazing women teach me more about how I can be a better coach. That's all for today, everyone. I just wanted to, again, quickly update you on the new Fundamentals of Pageantry course that I have. Again, a little recap, there's 4 parts to it. Part A is free for all new contestants that want to learn more about pageants. Even if you're not competing or if you're not a pageant girl, you can still take Part A. I'm sure it will benefit you in some way. And parts B, C, and D will be running in the future. Each part is going to be 4 weeks long, about an hour to an hour and a half each week. Lots of fun, exciting exercises, lots of real stories from my own pageant experiences and other girls' experiences, and lots of value to provide. Again, I will leave my social media down below if you want to connect with me on Instagram. I am Maria Gerlando TM on Instagram, or the Pageant Gal if you want all things pageantry and all coaching tips and things like that. That's where you can follow me. I hope everyone is having a very great time at home or at work. If you are an essential worker, I hope you're all being safe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video or in the Fundamentals of Pageantry course. Take care.